Hi everyone. So this semester we've been working on an action plan to implement in our communities and really make an impact in our communities. And although at the beginning I felt really confident in my idea of creating a less stressful environment for my students, as I continued to work and get information and just talk to people, I really realized that this is something that is not going to change easily and that is going to take a while to make a difference. In my action plan thus far, I have been able to gather information and data about the topic and really make a advance in that. But by interviewing people around me and having to do the research and inform parents of the issue and just being able to share the issue, I've realized that it's going to take a lot more than I thought. But as I'm going through my action plan, I'm realizing that even though the information is being shared with this topic, that it's not really making a difference. And that's just something that I think I need to work further on in my action plan and my advocacy. That is why in my advocacy plan, my next step, I think, is really going to be to bring it up to the education system, to bring it up in a board meeting or a public community meeting, just being able to share the data that I've found and just kind of share the articles and everything that I've researched, just to be able to show the administrative education staff and board members that this is really something that is impacting our students and really something that I think needs to change. That is why I think it's important for me to share this information and to share it with more than just the families and friends in my program or around me. Being able to share the information and data feedback I've gotten will enlighten people and I think really impact them and make them want to make a change. I think this is a step in the right direction. And during my advocacy plan and action plan steps, I experienced a couple unexpected outcomes. The number one unexpected outcome was actually in my work situation. I tried to not only hold a family fun night that turned out to be awesome, but also I wanted to create a informal group meeting for parents to come and talk about the issue and kind of learn about the issue and collaborate with other parents to learn different ways to lessen the kids' stress. And this idea was completely denied by my boss. She did not want anything to do with it. She did not want that part to be in our work situation. So that just really kind of surprised me and just made me wonder what was going on, that she really just was not into the idea. But I also just really wanted to create a chance for the parents to communicate and collaborate. So I took the extra step in creating a Facebook page that just allows parents to communicate and collaborate. We already have a page for my after school program, so I kind of just put it out on a feed. So that just really is something I think that I was able to overcome in my advocacy plan. But I hope to be able to continue and to be able to share the impact and let the parents collaborate and communicate about the idea. I think the denial of this idea really just inspired me to look at other ways to do it, not just use my work as a place to talk about this issue. It really just inspired me to get out there with more than just the families and friends around me. Another part that surprised me in doing this advocacy plan, this action steps, is actually back in the beginning when I was doing the research and the data finding. I wanted to get the teacher's perspective, and I went into a lot of schools to talk to teachers, and a lot of the teachers were not okay with talking about the topic. They kind of just told me that it's what they have to do, and I really just was surprised that the teachers did not want to talk about it or discuss it or almost listen to my ideas of ways to lessen the stress. So I think that was just surprising. In all, I think my advocacy plan went well. My family fun night went really well. I was able to create the Facebook feed and I was able to really start talking about the topic, but I do think there is a lot more for me to do and a lot more for me to involve my community with. And I think that this issue is something that is a really big part of my community. While looking at what I've done so far, I would have to say I would change just a few things. The number one thing I would want to change is in the beginning, I really focused my data and my findings on homework stress and how much homework is stressing the kids out in our community, but really I just wish I opened this up to more general stress on kids and allowed parents and family and everything to just kind of express how stress is impacting their families and what things are stressing them out, not just concentrating strictly on school and homework. I wish in doing my project I could have done more research to find larger factors too. Just talking not only to the parents but to the students and to the family members, just seeing a third eye or a third view of the issue for the students. I think that would have really been more impactful too. The impact on this project is something that I definitely could still make a difference with, and is something that I think could change for the future of the students, but right now it is still developing and growing. And my advocacy idea to create a less stressful environment for the students is gaining impact on our community, and it is changing the way parents communicate and collaborate with this idea. But I think it is still something that needs to be talked about with more than just my parents. It needs to be talked about by the educators and everything. I'm still learning more about this topic and seeing the ins and outs of our society and how it's almost like a norm in our society for stress to be part of our lives. And I really just am finding out that this is more than just students. It is really a societal issue, and that I think is what's making it so hard for it to change. In doing this project, it has helped me to see the impact of stress in our community and in our individuals. It's really made me see the stress and the impact on our persons and our bodies. It has taught me that to realize that this is an issue that is more than just a school issue or a work issue. It is a societal issue. It is something that is a part of us and who we are as a society, and it is something that I really do think needs to change. We need to work together to lessen the stress and to realize that the stress is really a issue and we need to change it. It is part of what the world we live in today, but we need to make a difference. And overall, I just really feel like my advocacy plan is starting off really well, but I do have a lot more to do and a lot more community involvement that I would like to do. And I really would like to lead the society into a better, less stressful environment. And I hope that one day this will make a difference and my advocacy plan will actually be impactful and show the society less stressful environment. Thanks.